Welcome back. A new survey says the supply of baby formula powder is at its lowest level in stores since the shortage began earlier this year. The research found more than 21% of all formula products are out of stock nationwide. That number jumps to more than 31% for powdered formula. The FDA plans to review its own handling of the crisis, but the shortage is still affecting families now. Meg Oliver spoke to two moms who say it's harder than ever to feed their children.
I've been searching everywhere.
For Julia Morgan and her 8-month-old daughter Tatum, finding formula is a daily struggle.
How much formula do you have left right now?
About a week and a half.
Tatum is lactose intolerant and needs a hypoallergenic formula or she gets very sick.
I thought I was in the clear because I had like 2 months supply.
In February, formula maker Abbott's largest plant shut down for possible contamination. Before the recall, Abbott was responsible for 40% of domestic baby formula. And that same month, formula manufacturers say they alerted retailers to an upcoming shortage. But in June, President Biden admitted that he didn't know about the looming problem until months later.
I became aware of this problem sometime after April, in early April, about how intense it was.
To counter the shortage, the Biden administration launched Operation Fly Formula in May, which by the end of this week will have delivered 61 million 8-ounce equivalent bottles of formula since May.
As of today, we domestically see more baby formula being produced than we saw several months ago.
Adding to the supply problem, that same Abbott plant had to close because of flooding, which backed up production even more. It reopened July 1st, but there are still delays to store shelves.
We're going to work to make sure that they cannot allow a disruption in a plant that closes down to disrupt the availability of the supply that parents need.
But that future action would be too late for those like 8-year-old Izzy Bradford. She's a 3rd grader who suffers from a rare disorder known as PKU and relies on a special formula for about 70% of her nutrition.
In the last 2 months, I don't feel like anything has changed. I think we need to recognize this as a hunger crisis.
Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
Abbott remains one of only 4 main companies that provide about 90% of domestic baby formula here in the United States. The IRS issued a warning: if you receive an email or text asking you to click on a link to receive your tax refund or stimulus payment, don't do it. The scam involves criminals asking for personal information to release a tax refund, or they claim the victim has to pay a fee before the fake refund can be sent. Well, the IRS says it's important to know that they do not demand payment or ask for credit or debit card information over the phone, and agents will not reach out to you through text or social media. The U.S. Postal Service is now aiming to electrify 40% of its new fleet of mail delivery trucks. The agency had come under fire and faced a lawsuit from several states and environmental groups over its original plan, which called for just 1 in 10 to be electric. A review by the Postal Service's Inspector General found that 95% of its routes could be serviced by EVs.